Have you ever felt that you can't find the right words to truly express your thoughts and then ended up using basic vocabulary? The good news is you're not alone. You see, the secret to sounding fluent isn't about using complicated words. In fact, it's about learning and choosing the correct words to express your thoughts naturally and effortlessly. Hey there, my lovely English learners. I'm Naisha, and today I have a fantastic lesson for you where I will be covering 9 powerful words that will not only help you to expand your vocabulary, but also communicate with confidence and make you sound fluent. So, are you excited? Let's get started. Our first word is therapeutic. Let's understand its pronunciation. Therapeutic. Say it with me. Therapeutic. Correct. Therapeutic. Now it means anything that helps improve our mental, emotional, or physical well-being, such as listening to music, for example, or painting, exercising, or even simply taking a walk. Doing these things instantly tend to make us feel better and calmer, especially when we are stressed out. So you see, these activities are all therapeutic. Let's see how we can use it in sentences. I go for a run every day after work. I find it quite therapeutic. Laughter is therapeutic. It instantly lifts your mood. Well, wouldn't you agree? For me, cooking and listening to great music is really therapeutic. What do you find therapeutic? Why don't you let me know in the comments? Now let's move on to our next word, which is begrudgingly. Okay, I know it might sound a little complicated, but it really isn't. First, let's understand its pronunciation. It's begrudgingly. Say it with me slowly, okay? Begrudgingly. Begrudgingly. That's right. It's an adverb and it means to do something unwillingly, often because you have no choice. Now imagine you're made to apologize for something that wasn't even your fault. Would you willingly want to apologize? No, right? Or your strict boss tells you to work on a report even though he knows you're on a holiday. If you can't say no, you do it, but not happily. So you do it begrudgingly. That's right. Let's look at its usage in sentences. My sister begrudgingly apologized even though she didn't think she was wrong. I begrudgingly agreed to work overtime even though I had plans with my friends. Wasn't that quite easy to understand? Our next word is hidden in this sentence. When what we write or say is straightforward and clear, we can say it's lucid. For example, the teacher gave a lucid explanation of the complex theory, making it easy for everyone to grasp. You can also use this adjective to describe people when they are thinking sensibly. For example, I was surprisingly lucid despite having only slept for a few hours, meaning being in an alert state of mind. Even under pressure, he remains a lucid thinker, making rational decisions with ease. So, when something or someone is logical, you can use the word lucid instead, be it a lucid thinker, a lucid explanation, or even a lucid response. You now have a great word to add to your vocabulary. Let's move on to our next word, which is transient. You must have heard the saying, nothing lasts forever, right? Like a rainbow in the sky or a holiday break, and before you know it, you're back to routine life again. The word transient means exactly that, something that is temporary and lasts only for a short time. Our mood can be transient, even pain can be transient. Let's look at its usage in sentences. The excitement about the new project was transient. People soon lost interest. His anger is transient, so he'll calm down soon. So remember, if you want to say something is temporary, use the word transient to describe it. Our next power word is tenacity. It's a noun, and it's one of my favorite words, pronounced as tenacity. Say it with me. Tenacity. Excellent. And it simply means determination, persistence, and the ability to keep going despite difficulties. A person with tenacity does not give up easily. Have you ever faced a challenge that seemed, impossible, but kept pushing yourself no matter how hard it got? That's tenacity. It is often used to describe hardworking people who don't give up easily. Whether it's studying for a tough exam, training for a marathon, or chasing a dream, your tenacity is what helps you succeed. Here are some examples of its usage. Her tenacity helped her build a successful business despite many failures. It was his tenacity that helped him recover from a serious injury. Isn't it such a great word to use? All right, our next word is vital. And it means something that's extremely important and necessary for the success or continued existence of something. For example, you can use it like this. Drinking water is vital for our health. Communication is vital in a good relationship. It is vital to prepare well before an important exam. So this is how you can use the word vital when you want to say that something is important. Okay, moving on to our next word, which is caveat. It's pronounced as ca-vi-at, caveat. A caveat is a condition, limitation, or warning that affects a decision. It's often used in business, finance, legal matters, and also casual conversations to highlight details that people need to know before agreeing to do something, especially where there might be rules or risks involved. Think of it like a little footnote in a contract or the fine print in a deal. Everything might sound great, but there's a detail that could change the situation. Have you ever agreed to do something, but then later found out there is a condition? That condition is a caveat. Let's look at some example sentences to understand it better. The company offered him a promotion, but with a caveat. He had to relocate to another city. He inherited the house with a caveat. He couldn't sell it for at least 10 years. The flight ticket was cheap, but with one caveat. No refunds or changes were allowed. I hope you got its usage. All right, moving on to our next power word, which is nascent. Say it with me. Nascent. Nascent. It's an adjective used to describe something that is just beginning to develop, form, or grow. It can be used to describe ideas, businesses, technologies, or even trends that are in their early stages. Think of a small seed sprouting. It's not fully grown yet, but it has started to take shape. Here are some example sentences of the usage of this word. The company is still in its nascent stage, but has great potential. His nascent interest in coding led him to take online courses. It's a more polished way to describe something that is in its beginning stages. And lastly, we have the verb sensitize. Say it with me, sensitize. Sensitize. That's right. To sensitize someone or something means to make them more aware or sensitive to something, especially a problem or a situation. Sometimes people don't realize how important something is until they are taught about it. That's when you sensitize them. For instance, the campaign aims to sensitize the public about climate change. Schools should sensitize students to the importance of mental health. This word can also mean to make something sensitive, such as your skin. For example, frequent exfoliation can sensitize your skin, leading to redness and dryness. The cream may sensitize your skin to sunlight, so use sunscreen. All right, that brings me to the end of today's lesson. If you enjoyed this lesson and want me to make part 2, let me know in the comments. And also mention which were your favorite words from this lesson. You see, words have power. The right words help us express our thoughts clearly, making us sound more confident and even impress others with our fluency. Until next time, keep practicing your English. You've got this. Happy learning!